You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
If you want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. So I'm a little bit confused by what it is that I'm directly seeing at this moment in time. Um, I'm just trying to get the words together because I'm just a bit confused. After we've already established, well, at least I've covered the stories talking about how Walmart plans to close up stores due by way of theft that is persistent and that continuously happens, not just due to the fact that Walmart, who is a billion-dollar, company, decides not to hire security, but also due to the effect of people going in there and shoplifting and feeling as though that, hey, if I got away with it once, twice, three, four, maybe five times, I'm going to just sit up there and keep doing it because they don't care. And I'm sitting here online, looking and perusing, and I come across this, and I'm looking at black women rolling up in an establishment, and you see them, they're still, shopping or whatever it is, and they're just opening up stuff, eating it. Didn't even pay for it or anything like that. I looked through whatever social media that the person has. Nowhere in there did it state that the person paid for it and then decided to do the video to make it seem as though that they're stealing. Either which way, it is. The point of the matter is the message that they were sending is that, hey, we are there. We're eating for free. This is life. You can come here, you can eat for free, not worry about nothing. You can get away with it. Again, this is life. Um, I keep telling y'all that the moment in time that things like this don't get talked about, don't get highlighted, keep getting swept directly under the rug, it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. How is that going to get worse? Due by way of the fact that you see a young one directly in there. She's sitting up there smiling and eating directly with him because she don't know any better. She think if it's okay, if the adults allow me to do it, then it must be okay because they're not getting me in trouble. They're not in trouble. They wouldn't directly put me in the line to get in trouble, right, by doing something that is illegal. Like I said, that's a child right there. And who is she going to end up learning from? She's going to learn from the grown women that are around her, the grown women of the ecosystem of the community. And if this is the community that she is surrounded by, you already know what's going to happen by the time she starts hitting teenage years and her young adult years. You already know what's going to sit up there and happen. You already know what it's going to look like. But again, the moment in time that I highlight and I spot these things and I put it directly out here to critique, and in order to start a conversation, people either want to act like they don't see the video, people want to skip over the video, or if they just so happen to, see the video, they want to run their mouth and try to blame somebody else. Or again, just like what happened in the live stream for, the people that watched it were able to see, you had a black woman roll up there saying that I hate black women. So, again, it's a whole bunch of deflection when it comes to a lot of these topics. If we're supposed to fix our community, if we're supposed to make sure that the community is what it's supposed to be, then we got to talk about these issues, all of the issues, all of them. Like I said, long time ago, what women said if they wanted equality, no problem. I'm that person. I'm that guy. We're going to have equality here, right? Because for a long time, even still at this moment in time, anything that basically is a dangerous element of the black community, anything that is a negative or anything of that sort, um, it always pertains to black men because somebody has to be the villain, right? So that means if black men are the villains and they're the cause of 100% of everything, right? Then that means that black women are the cause of everything that's 100% good, right? That's usually how that works. Somebody's the villain, somebody's the hero. That's usually how it works. But again, when you have people that state that they want to fix a problem, they don't really want to fix a problem because all they do is deflect and they point towards one section. This is a clear-cut example of a problem, and it's a glaring problem. And the reason why I'm calling this a problem is due to this. So, I'm just trying to warn people, well, at least specifically black people ahead of time, that they're allowing this to take place so that the areas that you live in will become a food desert. Because what's going to inevitably happen is that at any given point in time, once Walmart decides that they want to start closing up these places, they're going to first start closing up these areas in black places. They're not going to, they're going to save their areas for last, right? They're going to give them time or however it is that they want to sit up there and do it. They're going to save it for their last, but they're going to start closing up the black areas first. So that then means that all of those people that were shoplifting, right, now we're stealing stuff at that Walmart. Now what they're going to do? They're going to find another place. So they're going to now start going right back into the area, and they're going to start going to a lot of those convenience stores, a lot of those gas stations, right? A lot of those mom and pop shops, if they even still exist. Um, some of the other um, markets that are also in the area, which are few far and in between, because we all know, or at least some of us know, that the moment in time that these large companies like Walmart come in, they in a sense stifle the amount of money and business that mom and pop shops or smaller markets are able to make. And in some instances they buy up these mom and pop shops or these markets, right? And inevitably, again, what's going to take place is that Walmart will close up in black areas. People will start to go back to their own areas and they'll start to shoplift in the stores that are in the neighborhood. So then what is going to inevitably happen there is that those mom and pop shops or those stores or whatever it is, they're going to start to close up shop too, because they're like, yo, I can't deal with the losses. This is, way too much. So I'm out. I'm going to move to a different area and open up a shop there, or I'm just never going to return. So not only are you going to have people, business owners, leaving the area, but that also means their family and their kids, which also means money for that community as well, which means tax dollars are going to be missing as well. And all of that is going to culminate into the point of all of these black areas, right, becoming food deserts. And it's by design and it's on purpose in order to have a certain type of control. And it's like black people don't even realize and understand. I already know that some black people are gonna come up. Well, it's not only, why does it always have to seem like it's only us doing it? We didn't start this, we didn't do it, but nobody told you to take part in it. You more than likely got family, friends, or whatever else that that partake in these types of things. Like I said, they are going to be the cause in the downfall of your community, of your area, of the reason why it is that it's going to be a food desert. Right. And let's not forget that Walmart is a one-stop shop for everything. Certain Walmarts might have, small little, restaurants directly in there. You know, they got places that you can bank. They got places that you can buy clothing, jewelry, video games, pretty much everything that you need for your house to furnish your house. They pretty much got it there. Or you might be able to actually order it depending on the type of Walmart that is in your area. But again, what's going to inevitably happen is that black people are going to be the face of it. Black people are going to suffer the most when this actually hits, when it actually happens. So while everybody is so worried about, oh, why do black people got to be the face of it? Why do we always got to be the blame of it? And da 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 da. Ask yourself, why is it that black people have to take part in it? Why do black people have to keep associating themselves with behavior that is detrimental to the black community and not specifically trying to correct it? Again, some people are, well, I can't control what it is that another adult can do. You're right, but I'm going to state this. At a point in time that things like this are happening in a community, it's not up to just one individual to speak on and to bring this topic up. Just like how people say that it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a village to take care of a village. So not just one person needs to talk about this issue, needs to highlight this issue, needs to go out there, grassroots style and do something about it. The whole community. I'm talking about the overwhelming majority that are not a part of these types of things that are taking place. Y'all have to be the ones that's going to roll up and that's actually going to do something about this. If not, y'all going to be the main ones to suffer. And then y'all going to be the main ones with the boo boo face, turn around asking the government for help or whatever it is. Or then deciding that, all right, I can't live in this black community no more. Let me sit up there and go live where the white folks live because that's nicer. And then the white folks are going to be sitting up there treating you and looking at you a certain type of way. Why? Because you're in their area. You're in their space. You're going to their restaurants, their shops, their malls, and all this other type of stuff. And they're gonna be like, well, we already know what's going to happen here, right? It's going to be the main stereotype, right? They're going to be like, hey, we already know what's going to happen here, right? Meaning that whatever from as black people, whatever you decide to run from, wherever you go, it's going to sooner enough, it's going to end up following you. It is going to show up directly at your doorstep no matter where you go. So even if you go to the suburbs and you think that you're safe and you're cool and it's great, being around them, guess what? Those same criminal elements, those same individuals that want to sit up there and rob those stores, shoplift, and cause a food drought there, they're going to be starting their work directly up there. And then you're going to have to sit up there and deal with it because they're not just going to look at that one black person or that group that did it. They're going to be looking at you too because y'all all from the same area. Y'all all got the same complexion, right? Or as the police like to do, all of y'all look alike, right? So again, people aren't going to look at you and view you on an individual by individual basis. Nobody really has time for that. You got what, 7 to 8 billion people on this planet? Nobody's going to sit through here and go individual by individual basis with all of the human beings on this planet just to figure out, okay, this is the good side, this is the bad side. Nobody's about to do that. Everybody's going to take the easy way out, which is to generalize the whole section and then from that differentiate by, people's actions or what it is that people are specifically saying. Or the third option, which is both at the same time, the actions that people lead by and the words that people also speak. But again, at the end of the day, black people, don't say that you were never warned that a food drought is coming to a town, city, or state near you.